Alrighty, welcome to the last set of the day, because I'm going to sign off after this. But I hope this is going to be a banger of a set. We have Imperiales Viernes, or Imp, playing against 1811. This is a Category A Civ matchup. Category A team matchup, so these are higher Elo teams, the higher category of play in this tournament. So I should expect high level play from all these teams here. They probably have prepared a lot. They have probably strategized more so than lower Elo legends would do. But then of course you have players like Frey who like to take two picks at the same time, and of course we can just smile at that. Of course, you know, a friendly smile. In any case, let's introduce the players. I already started with Frey, so I guess we might as well just continue with that. Frey playing as the Britons for the 1811 team. We have Anikena for 1811 playing as Magyars in the purple. And then we have No Name, who still has a name. It's No Name, playing as the Franks in the yellow. Interesting stuff. And then in the red here we have Carpincho playing as the Mayans on the flank. Very good. Then on the other side, Imperiales team, we have Duelites playing as, or Duelites or something like that, playing as the Ethiopians. Very good stuff. Very solid civ. In the green here, we have Kandonga playing as the Berbers, which we have seen work out really well in the past. And then we have Sobek playing as the Burgundians. And I've actually played against this player. Pretty sure I've met him in 1v1 matchups and even in team games. So, like, it's funny. Some of these teams I actually have seen in team games before. We usually get wrecked by them because it's hard to beat a team that is like conversing over Discord, you know, strategizing while you're playing with random people. Not to mention the Smurf problem. Anyway, that's another thing. Last year we have Alberto Samit playing as the Vietnamese, which I think is an underrated archer civ. Knowing where your opponent is, often really nice. Especially because you then know whether you're up against orange or up against red. And more HP on your archers is actually pretty nice too. And if you get the Rattan archers, definitely one of the best archer units in the game. Like, until Rattan archers come on the game, I think Ethiopians probably have the best archers. Even though there's Britons. I don't know, I still kind of like faster firing over more range. Because, you know, it's not like all the archers are going to die while you're engaging from a distance. You know, because as soon as the Ethiopian player gets back into your range, that advantage is gone. So unless you micro back all the time, you're going to lose a lot of archers to the Ethiopian faster firing archers. Except for Grey, because Grey Vietnamese, I think Vietnamese archers are way better than any. The Rattan archers at least. Way better than any archer you can put on the field. Because they're anti-archer archers. They're like Huskarls with a bow. Pretty sick. You'll see. If we get to see Rattan archers this game, that is. Of course, that's always the. I mean, it's tricky to do it in team games, because you need to have the stone for it to build the castles and then produce from the castles, which is difficult. In any case, let's have a look at the resources, shall we? Because that's, of course, really important. We got berries in the back for blue, and the golds are all kind of to the back here. Really good map to start off for Duelites here. Yeah, I like this a lot. Just the fact that his gold is so far back, he can easily wall to the edge of the map, I guess. A wall behind that. Red is actually letting his teammate know that there's some opening. Or I'm not sure exactly what he's telling his teammate. Of course, I can't see. If they're talking, they're probably talking on Discord or something, so they're not chatting. As for the resources for red, a bit worse, especially the gold. Like, at the bottom of this hill, that's rough, and especially because you want to wall. You don't really want to wall this far forward, because it's hard to wall. Berries are forward too, so it's definitely going to be a problem for Carpincho here. Where's his other gold? Wait. Oh, okay. All the way to the back here. That's doable. That's doable. I mean, again, it's exposed, but it's unlikely. It's less likely that your opponent finds that. Let's go back to the other flank here, as we already have some players going up the field age. Forward gold for teal. That's unfortunate, but the berries are to the back. You could probably wall towards green if you want to. Wait, why am I looking at teal? I mean gray. Anyways, his berries are pretty far forward. That sucks. This gold is forward. This gold is awful too. Ooh. Gray's golds are not very good. This gold is awful. This gold is awful. This gold is pretty awful. Alright. Awful gold all around. I guess Gray definitely needs to find a way to secure this. Probably has to wall from the edge of the map. You wish there was a wood line over here, but unfortunately, nope. And last, but of course not least, we got Orange. He's got a forward gold over there, but his main gold is kind of to the back, but it's open here. And even though your gold is to the back, if it's open, it's easy for your opponents to still run in here and do the damage. Especially when you're up against an aggressive civ like Magyars, which, upon reaching the next stage, boom, immediately get +1, because they get Blast Furnace, they get Forging for free, and all the other attack upgrades. Yeah, so it's probably good that he walls us in, because you know you're going to get hit by that. Now, he does have golds in the back, so I guess that's pretty good. There's some extra golds down here, too. See what players are going for. So I think, considering the walling, I should expect straight archers from blue here. I think the same for red. Actually, what is red doing? Fast castle? No, wait, that's score. Okay. Not fast castle. I was about to say, that's crazy. Archer range coming up now. Good stuff. What's Orange doing? Okay, Orange has actually made militia. He's probably going to upgrade those into men-at-arms, doing it right now. But Purple scouted that. He probably let his teammate know, you're going to get some men-at-arms to your base, so definitely secure your base here. You got to be scouting around for that. The archer range is already up for Orange here, so he can make archers to defend from that. And ooh, men-at-arms from red too. I didn't see those. Interesting. They're going right into the gold. Now blue is fully walled, so I think blue will be able to wall all of this out. Get his own archers out, and Ethiopian archers will deal with these men-at-arms pretty quickly. Scouts now. What are purple scouts doing on this side, though? Oh. Sobek is the best player of Chile? Oh, is he really? I thought that name was was recognizable, because I'm pretty sure I've seen him like in the 1v1 high up in the ranking. Well, and I'm pretty sure I didn't meet him in 1v1. I think I just ran into him in a team game then. That should explain why we got our butts kicked, for sure. Yeah, of course, I know. You're completely right. I remember now. Yeah, he must be a very good player, and I'm pretty sure that the red team probably is aware of that too, so... Well, they'll have to be able to address that pretty soon then, and... Purple now kind of fighting over here. Ooh, the men-at-arms going down for Gray. That's really good for Orange. He will have defended from that then. The berries were idled for a second here, but the archers are now here. No fletching yet though, but he will be able to defend. Gray is just distracting right now. And Steel's just camping Gray right now, who did take some damage. And Gray's going to try to wall this in now. He probably has to. Okay, Red is now sending over some archers to support his men-at-arms rush. He's kept them all alive still, but I wonder how long that's going to last when Blue has his archers here. Archers from Red do have fletching, the archers from Blue do not. Yeah, so Red can actually shoot at these archers and Blue cannot shoot back. And one archer for Blue already going down. Really good stuff for Red here. Okay, Purple and Teal kind of fighting with the scouts over here. Yeah, Orange, he knows that this gold is pretty crappy. So he's trying to wall it in a bit better because he doesn't want Sobek to be able to wreck his villagers with the scouts. And mind you, this is 6 scouts for Magyar scouts, so they do have that extra attack, which the Burgundian scouts do not. Also, Burgundian scouts will not get bloodlines, but of course Teal doesn't have. I mean, Purple doesn't have that yet. Also, Spearmen now from Purple, archers from Orange. So yeah, Teal's gonna run away from this. Tower now from Blue. I like it. He is 2k2 in 1v1. Okay, that's definitely pretty high. It's like. I guess we actually have a professional player in this tournament then. I was already going to wonder like how many professional players would sign up for a tournament like this. I mean, I would definitely say that Imperiales, if they have such a strong lineup, they definitely have a shot to win this entire tournament then, if they are that strong. For now though, score lead for the red team. Pretty good, pretty good score for yellow. Yellow actually has a pretty high score. That's because, I mean, this build count is okay. It's funny how most of these players have 35 villagers right now. Unfortunately for blue, I said that the gold was alright, right? A Capwatch maybe will be playing? Really? Ooh, I'd love that. I mean, he will probably be busy though in the next week or so with Red Bull Wololo, so I shouldn't imagine he's probably gonna join now, but imagine if he comes in later. That'd be awesome. I would really like that actually. I don't think his opponents will like that though. I think his opponents will be like, no, don't send in the professional players. That's not fair. Yeah, unfortunately, I think if you're gonna play, I think if you're gonna like sign up for this tournament with a team, I think you'd rather be in the B tier, because it's more defined. So the elos are gonna be closer overall. Whereas for the lower category and the higher category, Virgo Cup is more important than Red Bull. You're totally right. You are totally right. Of course, I mean, I don't know what Capwatch thinks about that. He is flying out to Germany soon, I'm sure. So, some good micro over here from Teal and Gray. Gray picking off 2 archers for Orange, losing only 1. Very good stuff. Teal is picking off the scouts from Purple now, and all he has to do is just keep these scouts away from Gray, and Gray can then destroy Orange. And Orange losing all his archers, and now his gold is exposed because it is not walled. Oh boy. Okay, Orange now bringing in the extra reinforcements though. Good stuff. He's just gonna go home here. But yeah, players are gonna go up to the castle age now. Okay, we have red now pressuring again in the south here. Got a villager, but again, the archer numbers for blue are a bit better here. They are also Ethiopian archers. That's something to keep in mind for sure. Now, the green's still in field age. I think he will probably click up in a sec too. Teal's already up. He's going to be spamming some knights. Yeah, really strong play. Also, I like the walling over here. Some team walling. If you can get the team walls up, I definitely prefer team walls over individual walls. Of course, not when you let the opponents break through those walls, because then they have free reign in the hinterland. But this is going to be an interesting hill to control. This hill right here, whoever controls this hill probably is going to win this side. Like if you can get a castle up, a siege workshop, pressure your opponent, that's definitely going to be key. Right now, I think blue has the military. You could probably push up this hill. Nah, I wouldn't do that. 19 archers, 18, no. Not without support from your pocket. Also, because blue is... You know, blue took some damage here. He definitely took some damage, and his castle age has been severely delayed here. So he only just clicked up. Gray only just clicked up too. So it looks like the 1811 team is going to get the castle age a bit before, or most of the players got the castle age before the Imperiales team. I like how Teal's he's just kind of playing defensive right now. I mean, he can send his knights forward, but he doesn't want or Gray to take more damage here. Ooh, oh boy. Red actually switching over to green right now because blue is just camping in his base, and green is going to lose some villagers here if he doesn't react. 2 villagers down. Okay, 2 villagers down, no ballistics yet. But they're going to get in here. These are only palisade gates. They're going to melt really quickly to the crossbows now. And green will definitely have to call out for his buddy now. Come help me. But red still harassing blue over there is going to stop blue from efficiently helping his teammate. Green only now makes it to castle. He can only now start making knights. Has to run away with his villagers. Oh man, this is not very good for the Imperiales team actually. I like the house walls here to direct the crossbows into the town center. But yeah, look at this. He's just going to sit here and shoot at the town center and the villagers. These are +2 knights, are they? No, that's not a knight. There you go. +2 knights, so they can fight under this town center. So many villagers going down right now. I'm not sure why green is sending his fills into the fire of red. Why? Green is falling apart right here. This is disaster. Yellow realizes immediately. It's Frank. I have Frank knights. I'm going to stream those in. +2 knights. Hell yeah. And in the meantime, blue only now makes it to castle age. Now he has to make a decision. Am I going to go forward and risk losing my army, or am I going to help out my buddy and risk losing my army? I think he probably has to help out his teammate here, because if green cannot pump out the knights here, even with Berbers it being cheap, then there's no way that blue will ever be able to get out here without getting his army wrecked. But blue disagrees with that, and he's going to send forward his army. Now, he has to be able to do some damage then. But red has been town centering all the important resource spots. I don't think you can really hit yellow here either. They're both on 3 town centers, so they're going to get ahead in the boom here. And now red again behind the wood line. He gets a Vil pick, another Vil pick. Really good stuff. Blue does react to this now. But he's sending his own army forward. But again, I don't know if he can do a lot of damage here. And look, yellow and red are actually just backing up. They're like, okay, blue's army is at my base now. Okay, let's kill blue then. Blue is now defending with a mangonel. Let's pay attention here. Oh, what's going on the other side? Man, I've been on one side too much. Cavalier now from Sobek. Of course, he's Burgundians. That is the bonus that you get. And he splits up the army. The armies were separated for a sec. So a lot of crossbows here already going down. The knights now taking an engagement with the hill. I'm not sure, this fight looks kind of... I think it's better for... Yeah, I think it's better for teal and gray here. Because... Well, actually... Wow, that is really even. And now orange still has the hill. So gray has to push up this hill, and he's losing a lot of crossbows to the knights that are still here. Purple is still streaming in some knights over here. I'm not sure for who this is better. Like, I mean, orange lost most of his force, but again, like... Clear up for both teams over here. And orange is actually going to retain at least 8 crossbows over this place. What's going on with blue? Oh my god, and at the same time blue got cleared up by purple. By yellow, I mean, and red. Red and yellow. Then this is what I said, if you send forward your crossbows, you're just going to lose them without support from your knight player. I think this was a huge mistake for blue to send his crossbows forward like that. I think that was, I don't think that was the right play. I mean, clearly, he lost all his crossbows. And now, we have teal who has to bail out gray. We have green who has to bail out blue, which means that neither side is pushing. I wonder if red got wrecked by a mangonel shot over here. I don't know, because I wasn't looking at that side, of course. Well, I mean, without archer support, I don't think purple should be sending any more knights over here, because you're still going to lose to the cavalier. They just have better base stats. More attack, I mean. Monastery now from gray for defense. That's probably a good idea. But yeah, now we have 2 armies over here, and there is no army number. There's not really an army on this side to stop them. I mean, green finally got some knights out with Berbers, but red looking to take the hill here. And yellow's right here, and green cannot fight this. And now the thing is, blue is sitting back home with like 14 crossbows. That army should be, you know, they should be joining up with green. And now, well, okay, well, yellow says, if you're not going to fight me, I'll just destroy your town center over here. That DC is going to go down pretty quickly over here. Yellow's still standing forward, knights. Red is actually just forcing a fight over here. He's driving the knights further back. He's actually getting in between the escape route for the villagers. So all these villagers are going to go down. And green, again, he was already hit before, and now he got hit again. Only on 37 villagers. Oh man, this is rough. This is rough. And this is a show, you know, just because you have a professional player on your team doesn't mean that team games aren't rough. About 4 people after all. And the thing is, on this side, teal and gray are not pushing. They can't really push. I mean, they're really on the back foot right now. I mean, teal's spending all his time defending gray and keeping him alive. He's not able to really push. And at the same time, the left flank is dying. Yellow taking a fight against green is probably the best fight green could take, but green loses all his knights, and yeah, green's dead. Green's dead, which means that blue will die soon too. And even though teal has had a good boom here, 93 vills, he's not going to be able to do this by himself. I think this game's going to go to 18-11. I don't really see how you can recover from this. I mean, not at this level at least. The green just got destroyed. And here you got blue also just, man. His archer number is just so low. He's never able to push out now because he won't have night support. And look at that. Now yellow and red are just going to swing their progression over to teal. And if teal dies to that, which he will, because he can't defend both sides at the same time, the GG is called. And here we go. The 1811 team getting the first win against Imperiales. Wow. Well, I mean, like when you guys said that Sobek was a professional player, I was kind of expecting this was going to be a stomp the other way around, but 1811 definitely showing that teamwork is key in team games. And especially blue and green never really worked together, and you see how fast their side died to this. Yellow and red, they stayed together, and they killed. Teamwork on this side was better, I think. I mean, gray was not necessarily completely dying, but he was on his way. But yeah, I think the real thing that lost the team the game was mostly when blue sent forward his crossbows. That was a mistake. That was such a big mistake. And then going into the base like that. I think he should have saved green so green could make army, and then you can attack together. Like, say, have some engagement on the hill. You know, Ethiopian archers are better than Mayan archers. I'd say Mayan archers are cheaper, but you know, you can take some nice engagements there. Berber player can mix in some camels. The other players of his team of Imperiales are not so good, says Spirit of the Punk. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like the teamwork on this side was a bit less. Maybe communication problems, something like that. Well, let's see if they are going to be able to turn this around. Let's just look at the statistics here for a sec. Crazy army count for red here. Red was definitely pushing out with a lot of army. Blue was not able to match that because he lost his numbers, and gray was kind of under a lot of stress there. Look at the KD. That's not pretty. Not pretty indeed. KD's for the red team much better overall. Except for Sobek. He did really good. And look, you can tell his economy is better than his teammates too, because his teammates got hit a lot. But yeah, if you're not hitting the economy from your opponents, then you get this. You can probably tell by the boom too. Look at that. Yellow with 106 vills, 80 vills for red, 102 vills for teal. Again, I think teal is definitely a really good player. I mean, that's clear. You can tell. You can easily tell. Unfortunately, you can't win a team game 4v4 by yourself. You have to use your team. Your team has to come together and work together to get that victory. Like the Category C team earlier. I mean, I know that yellow in that game with the Poles was pretty much carrying by himself for a sec, but if it had not been for red pushing and then for purple and orange rebooming, I don't think they would have won that. But in any case, I'm rambling. It was pretty clear that it was pretty over by this point. We're going to get into the second game and the final game of today. Let me adjust the scoreboard here for a sec. And let's see if Imperiales will be able to come back here. Because if they lose again, then they will lose this set. And then it's well, it's a point for the 1811 team. Oh, let me queue up the game, and here we go. And I forgot to look at what map this was. Oh, boy! I think this is called Islandia. So basically, this is Nomad. I mean, I don't think I need to really give you more description. Although you actually have all these like interesting pools over here. If you're wondering, this is the smoke effect from the scenario editor, which means that all these are thermal pools. I guess they're kind of hot. You can bathe in this, and Orange agrees with that. He says, I'm going to sit right next to that. I'm going to bathe my vills in there. Makes perfect sense. There's so much shorefish on this map. And that actually makes it a bit more interesting than Nomad. Because Nomad is really all about the fish on the outside. There's so much fish on the outside. If you lose the water, you're probably going to lose the game. I mean, not so much in 4v4 team games, but the fewer players you get, the more likely that is going to be a factor. But in this case, if you lose water, there's actually not that much fish on the water. There is more fish in the land, which means you can just go to shorefish. And look how much shorefish you have in a pond like this. That's 4 shorefish. That's 1,200 food right there. You're never going to have to make any farms whatsoever. I'm going to go to Gaia. There you go. Which is why I personally think that this is a more interesting map than just playing Nomad. It's not like a straight win for the Spanish player. Although, of course, Spanish still really good on this map, so let's not beat around the bush here. Anyways, I'm going to introduce the players now because I think everyone has their town center up. In the purple here, I want to start with Frey. He's playing as the Spanish, of course, an outstanding Nomad Civ, because it's easy to go fast to Castle Age with the fish, and then you have Conquistadors to wreck everything. And in early Castle Age, there is little to stop Conquistador. In the yellow here, we have No Name again, playing as the Indians. Definitely a good Civ on this map. Look at that. All the shorefish. I wonder if they picked Indians just for this map. I mean, it's not their home map. It's actually the home map from Imperiales, but Indians actually a really good pick on this map. Then we have Orange, interesting, playing as the Mongols. I mean, it's okay, right? There's not that much hunt on this map, so it's not like you get a huge bonus. I think you'll have to stick the fish. And then last, I have to look here. Red. Okay, there you go. We have red and oh, blue. Rip. Rip to that. And now the sheep are gone, and that sucks. That sucks a lot. Blue dead. And normally you would keep that villager around him, but I guess blue docked, and there's no shorefish to take, so you were just sending it home. But well, at least he will know where red is then. Rip. Oh yeah, red is playing as the Koreans. Actually, also pretty good Civ for this map, I'd say. It's more defensive than Spanish, but if you can get to a good number of war wagons, I mean, there's not a lot that can stop that easily. 2 castles, war wagons, anyone? Anyways, for the Imperiales team, we have Samit playing as the Persians. Again, one of the really great Nomad Civ, because your docks are double HP, your town centers have more HP, which means Persian douche is a thing. I don't think you're going to see that this map, though. We have Sobek here in the green now, playing as the Khmer. Well, at least you're going to be able to place your farms everywhere. That's nice, although I don't think you're going to be making a lot of farms at the start, because there's so much fish over here. Then over here we have Kandonga playing as the Teutons in the teal. I mean, I like it. I like Teutons. They're kind of a meme Civ, but they are slow though, and mobility's not really there, but I guess we'll have to see. It also depends on kind of where players are located, and we have Gray all the way in the edge over here, playing as the Portuguese. I kind of like how if you look at the team line of sight here, or at least, oh, they can actually see teams. Oh, it's shared line of sight. Oh, because they have Portuguese, never mind. So Gray is Portuguese, so you get cartography for free. So you can actually look. But like all the team members, they are kind of on this side of the island. Whereas for the red team, they're all kind of on this side of the island. But expect some aggression to occur between red and green, because blue probably told his teammate, red's are right over there. And Sobek, good player, he's probably going to go for that. But yeah, we'll just kind of have to wait here until players go up to the field age, and we can tell what exactly they're planning to do. There's so much food here that I think it's easier. This is easier than a normal Nomad game where you put a lot of villagers on wood, so you can fund your fishing ships. I don't think that's really the way to go. Not with this much shorefish. It's just free fish laying around, and also hot baths. Like after a hard day of work, you can just relax in the thermal springs. It's deceptively peaceful. Well, it looks like green here already up to the field age. That makes a lot of sense to me. He's Khmer, so doesn't need any buildings to go up, but he did still build the buildings. I expect we're probably going to see some aggression from green then. Maybe to try to do some damage to either orange or red early on. I mean, it's a strategy on Nomad. If you are in a terrible position, say you flip orange and green is right here, you know you're going to die. You know you're going to get ganged up upon. As soon as you hit castle age, you're probably going to get castle dropped, and it's going to be awful. So the best thing you can do is either you got to run some vills, and then just make life miserable for everyone around you, you know? If you can, you might die, but at least you can take like a player or two with you, and then it gives your teammates a free boom. Oh, blue. Oh, I hate it when it happens, when the villager stops walking and it gets sniped by the boar almost. I think the reason that happens is probably because you right-click the town center, and if you do that, if you right-click your villager to another task and they get attacked by a wild animal, namely a boar, they turn around and attack, which is stupid. You know, you kind of don't... They should make it where villagers do not attack a boar like that, right? Because that makes no sense. One villager cannot defeat a boar. It should be like how villagers, when they don't have loom, they run away from the scout, they won't attack it, but once you get loom, they suddenly turn around and attack. But then once the scout gets the fuel age, then suddenly that doesn't happen anymore. It's really smart AI, so why not apply that to villager boar AI? I mean, it's just a bit of nitpicking, but in any case. Well, let's see how many players have actually docked on this map. I don't think that's going to be a high number. It's going to be fast cast on the unique unit for purple here. That is... gonna surprise no one. Yellow actually docked, has 2 fishing ships. Don't think he wants to invest too much. Blue actually invested in a lot of fish, but there you go. Problem. Already not a lot of fish nearby. I don't think that's the way to go, honestly. Not when you have this much fishing. I mean, it is... Okay, let's say. It is extra economy because you can create fishing ships while making villagers, but the problem is you have to have a lot of villagers on wood, and those villagers could also be taking shorefish. Alright, we got some scouts now from Sobek. That was what I expected. Sobek probably going to go aggressive. And yeah, Orange is not prepared for that at all. He didn't even have loom. Get wrecked. That's 1 villager down. 2 villagers down. Could have been worse. And the quick wall fails. So this villager also going to go down even though she has loom now. Have to delete a house. If you get in front of this now, you can probably get it. Alright, there you go. 3 vills down. I like it. It's been worth it. Just some harassment here. Mongol player also going to go for a castle then. So I guess a lot of players are just... They just want to go after to the castle age and they want to get to a unique unit. Mangadai are sick unique unit though, so... Blue is telling his teammates something. Maybe that there's holes here. I don't know. Now the only thing with Green's play is that it's going to delay his castle time. Not so much because his macro has been pretty good. He has taken a lot of fish. But yeah, like making scouts in fuel age, it's a risk against opponents that are just going to go into the castle age. And it looks like the entire the entire 1811 team is actually going to castle age. Very interesting. And none of the other team are in the none of the Imperiales team are actually going up to the castle age. That is interesting. So everyone going for kind of like a feudal age build. I think they're going to click up here. Green just clicked up. We're going to get teal's going to follow, then gray, and I guess blue will stumble behind. Blue's economy. Like I said, blue's food economy has been a bit you know. Because he made a bunch of fishing ships, but they're already going to run out of fish over here. That's 600 food, the Great Marlin, and then you have 1200 food just in 1 pond. I just don't think it's I like Yellow's approach better. You know, you dock and you just drop 2 fishing ships, just a bit of fish. But for the rest, you're gonna have most of your villagers on other resources. I like that a bit better. Well, castle age now. Let's see where the castles are going to go. Once they have enough stone. Orange is the first one to have enough stone here. And it's going to be a forward castle. And this is exactly why it's so dangerous to stay in fuel age. But luckily, some scouts over here. You know, I think you could actually fight this with villagers, but I think Orange is thinking twice about this. I'm not actually sure if Green spotted that. I think he did, because he did move his scouts in that area. Alrighty, but is Orange going to try to drop a castle somewhere else? I think he's sneaking around. No. Gonna drop it defensively. This is a horrible castle placement because your villagers can't build this. And Green's gonna spot this now. And you're gonna lose these 2 villagers. Yeah, this is... And now he's deleting the house. I mean, it's still 8 villagers versus the scouts, and Sobek is not actually attacking this. And now Orange quick walls these scouts out. So I guess Green forgot about this. I'm not sure if he meant to click the castle, but I doubt it. Blue here with some scouts too. Yeah, quick walls behind, so this castle will go up. This is of course not ideal when only 2 villagers can really build this castle. So that's Kind of bad for orange, the way he placed that castle. Better for red here. Red will get his castle up with Koreans. We're going to get so many unique units this game. I mean, only yellow is not going for a castle. Because he's Indians, and why would you go for battle for archer elephant elephant archers? I mean, I don't think that would really work. All blue is trying to wall out the pressure, but again, they haven't clicked up the feudal age. Blue is still in feudal age. Hasn't clicked up the castle age. I mean, like the risk with going unique units is that it takes a while to get a mass, and you're usually behind an opponent that just goes to fast castle normally. But if you're to castle age way before your opponents, then suddenly that's not an issue anymore. Castle for purple, I like it. It's kind of central over here. I guess yellow could probably flee with his villages that way. But yeah, now we're going to get unique units, and these war wagons are tanky. And unfortunately for green, his position is bad. Bad, very bad. And actually it's going to be cavalry archers for yellow. I like that a lot. That's going to be real. It's going to make it so much easier to snipe villagers. And now green is taken off of the shorefish. He'll probably have to run away with most of these villagers here into the town center. Now, and the question is green going to get the support that he needs from his team? I was just looking over there what that was, but they were sheep. Got a conversion though, that's pretty good. It's always funny to me when people say that monks are the best, are a good counter to war wagons, because war wagons still snipe monks, you know. But you do have a bit more range, so that helps. But then there's that. I mean, if we look at the vil counts for now, it's 36 for blue, it's 41 for green here, 35 for teal, 39 for gray. I think overall a bit better than the Imperiales team, but that happens when you go for a military approach with, well, with another castle. Oh boy, orange is going to drop a castle right on this hill. This is a perfect castle. This is way better. The nicest gold. It is kind of starting the encirclement. You're kind of cutting off green from reinforcements. Good from gray to come here with knights and help this. They're cheaper Portuguese knight, or at least they cost less gold. I still think this castle is going to go up though. There's too much military here. Now we're going to get two castles. In the meantime, yellow is just going to be booming like a madman over here, because why not, right? Spanish player doesn't have to boom. All he has to do is make some conquistadors and start sniping stuff. I haven't seen a lot of conquistadors yet. Where are the conks? Okay, there they are. Conquistadors going forward. I like it. Go to blue, because blue, well, you can tell by the score, not that great. Score for orange is actually worse, because orange has been sending a lot of vills to stone to get these castles up. He will be able to make a lot of manganite. Oh boy, he can deny this town center. Let's see if he pays attention to this. He's actually going to run around now. Yeah, he must see this. And the town center is going to get denied over here. Ah, poor green, like poor green. He's in such a terrible position right now. Just terrible. I mean, there's knights here now. Knights for both Teutonic knights, or Teuton knights, not Teutonic knights. And Portuguese knights. You know, Teuton knights at least have some extra melee armor, I think. Yep, they do. But yeah, you can just run away, right? A lot of ranged units. The entire team is going ranged units, and the entire other team, the Imperiales team, is going for melee units. Okay, we got ourselves a fight over here. Another castle from red. Red is just they're just pushing in with castles for position. Why worry about economy if you just drop castles to deny the economy of your opponent? And see, these war wagons, they're so tanky, they can just sit right under town center fire. It's almost like garrisoning doesn't really help, because it's hurting your economy more than it is hurting their war wagons. Because all the idle time. And the thing is, if green gets encircled like this, green is going to, you know, his economy is going to be pretty poor, and he won't be able to really spam anything to help his opponents. Okay, yellow actually making it into blue's base, sniping some villagers over here. These cavalry archers do not have bloodlines yet. Probably also no ballistics, so they're not that strong. So just going to run away. I think you need husbandry too. Not really impressed with the conk micro from Frey so far. Doesn't seem like he was able to get a lot of damage in. But that might change now if he hits stone and green doesn't realize. That's 2 villages going down. And this is why Conquistadors are the sickest raiding unit in the game to some people. I mean, these are just 5 Conquistadors and they're just strong enough to two-shot knights already. That's why they're so strong. Of course, they kind of drop off in Imperial Age and late Imp. But yeah, I mean... Man, what do you even do against this? There's so many war wagons, and that's just one castle. These war wagons are incredibly tanky. 150 HP, 5 pierce armor, like they can just sit under this all day. Nice micro from Orange. He's still working with limited number of Mangudai, but that might suddenly change. And oh boy, here comes Purple, and Purple now has a good number of Conquistadors. It's going to be tough to deal with this number of Conquistadors. You can send knights in, but they can get one shot at that. Like, this is the reason why Conquistadors are so strong. Teal, tell me that you noticed this. Okay, thank God Teal did notice this. Because otherwise, be bad sending back his knights. Of course, they're slower knights because they're Teutons. No husbandry for you. So yeah, Purple's just going to run away. But oh, the surround? No! Purple is going to escape. Oh, still, maybe. Ooh, pathing from the pathing is terrible for Purple. And Purple losing a bunch of Conquistadors here. That is lucky for the Imperiales team. Of course, it's not going to save Green over here. Green's base is just getting destroyed by war wagons. I just love how war wagons and Hussite wagons, this is how they're used now. This is how they're used. You just sit under a town center. It's hurting your opponent more than it is hurting you. Like, these war wagons take so little damage. All the idle time for Green is crazy. And they're also pretty good against knights too. Like, I just don't... I mean, if this continues, like... The 1811 team is just going to push further and further into the Imperialis base, denying more and more space. I mean, Sobek has had to reboom, like, what, 3 times now? Expanding outside of his original base. I mean, it's been completely cleared out. Khmer, of course, also not the ideal Civ to deal with pressure like this, because you kind of want to boom. But yeah, all the knights for Teal have gone down. I mean, Grey still has knights. I think Red should probably back up here. He agrees with me, and he's going to do that. And now another castle for Orange. He's just been castle dropping everyone. And these villagers are actually pathing wrong. And in the meantime, we haven't seen much from Yellow. Yellow has just been booming. And now he's going to get heavy camel. He can just go in and destroy town centers with Indian camels. None of the other team members are going... none of the Imperialis team are going to be able to go to Imperial Age. Maybe if Grave sells all his wood, he could do it. But what does that give you with Portuguese? I guess Arbalest, but... Nomad is all about mobility, because you're not going to be able to really wall most of the time, so ranged archers are just... They dominate Nomad. And, well, the red team went for only ranged archers, pretty much. And now it's going to match that with some camels then from Yellow. Here they go. And those are Indian camels. They have more pierce armor and they have a bonus versus buildings. This is starting to look, this has looked pretty grim for a while now. I mean, the green team has lost a lot of space. Impressive for Sobek though. Like, look how much he's been expanding his economy backward. Like, I mean, at least, like, if you look at the Vil count, it's not awful. He still has the Vil lead in his team. He was in the middle of 3 opponents. He was basically 4v1. Right? And he still has the Vil lead. That's just impressive. It's just, just rebooming all the time is not going to win you the game, of course. It's a lot of investment, and then if you don't make military to protect it, you're going to lose it. Yeah, and Orange and Red, they're just looking around for more targets to attack. What's amazing to me is that Red has been doing this from 1 castle. Oh, 2 castles. He has another one. Never mind. 2 castles still. There's so many war wagons created. I think they should probably nerf the creation time. Because this is insane. This is like, what do you do against this level of insane? I guess go mass halberdier? I mean, it's not ideal, but at least if you get in close, it does well. Oof. Okay, Imperial Age for blue here now. They might have a shot then if the Persian player might be able to get to a paladin. That might be really good, especially because paladins, Persian paladins have a bonus versus archers. It's just foot archers. Might just be foot archers, in which case it doesn't really matter. But yeah, yellow is now in with the camels, just destroying town centers. I mean, look how fast buildings go down the camels. He's just gonna kill the town center, and then that's the thing. You just got an economy lead, and you're just gonna lose it again. I mean, green is trying to drop a castle to protect his economy here, but orange is going to get here in time. This is going to get denied. And they're just destroying green right now. Look at the score. Dropped significantly. Green has lost a lot of villas in the last minutes. He's now actually a bottom villager count, almost. But yeah, this castle's not going to go up. These town centers are going to go down. Green is dead. And then the question is, can teal and blue and green do it on their own? And I don't think so. But we'll see. I mean, blue is up to Imperial Age. Gray is up to Imperial Age too, or at least they've clicked up. Not so much for... Wait, is everyone going to count? No, okay, teal's not going to Imperial Age. There you go. I was confused there for a sec. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Bill count for Sobek now 70. Means he lost like 30 villagers in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, and teal's trying his best to fight this with knight, but I mean, what are you going to do against heavy camels with Teuton knights here? Not much. They have such a big bonus against you that it's hard to kill. They have the final armor upgrade. Actually, the Indians lack that upgrade, don't they? I think they do. But yeah, they have more HP too, because they're heavy camel riders. So yeah, this is going to be a clear up for yellow, and I think... I haven't even looked on this side. Wow, okay. Purple is actually castle dropped blue, but blue is actually ramming this down right now. He's actually switched into skirmishes. That's probably the most cost-effective counter to the Conquistadors, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get this castle down because Conquistadors have a bonus versus Rams. And now this army is just pushing into this. Mangudai are already pretty sick even when when they're castle age. Orange never has to click up, doesn't matter. And by the time that blue and gray finally get to Imperial Age, what are they going to do? What are they possibly going to do about this? Like, they have little map control. They're kind of perched into a corner over here. That means they can't really trade. And also, they're losing town centers at a faster rate than Sobek can build them. I wonder how many town centers he's lost this game. It must be like the 10th already. And this castle is going to get denied. That means that teal's main economy is going to get wrecked. I think we're getting close to a GG here. I can't imagine that they're going to play on for much longer here. 1811 just outclassing Imperiales. I mean, clearly, the wacky unique unit strat has definitely paid off. It has definitely worked, and I love it. I love it. Gray is making some Cavalier now. I mean, at least it's something. They have the final armor upgrade, but they're still going to die to the camels. Because I have the Mangudai door, so... This is a fight that yellow and orange probably want not take. Imperial camels now, though. Oh man, 160 HP, that's crazy. Yeah, and orange is just gonna keep running here. More villagers keep dying, and the GG is called because... How many villas does Sobek have right now? He has 1. Oh my god. They were like, he is the strongest player, we cannot let him kill us. So, we're just gonna gang up on them, and then it's, well, that worked out really well. And there we go. Sobek was defeated. Oh my god. Alrighty, well, GG. Yeah, what to say? I mean, this was a crazy game for sure. Like, what a banger. I love that we got to see so many unique units. You don't often get to see that many unique units in a game, so this has been a treat, I can tell you that. I mean, my analysis of this would just be... I don't think that Sobek's Feudal Age play did enough damage to stop the castle drops, unfortunately. It is hard in Nomad like that, especially when you get ganged up on like that. And then as soon as the castle started coming down, suddenly his position was awful. Just awful. Like, look how far he was pushed away. And then he spent most of the game relocating his economy, and that pushed you so far behind. And unfortunately, the rest of his team was not able to push there. Spirit of Punk saying, good cast. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I've had a lot of fun today. I think we're going to just have a look at the statistics here for a second. Oh my god, look at that KD for Yellow. Yellow's been shredding everything, and it's mostly Sobek. Poor Sobek. Oh my god, that is mostly villagers. That, I mean, look, his largest army was scouts, so that's villagers. That did not work out for them at all. Unique units looking pretty good, especially when it's war wagons, Mangudai, conquistadors all at once. It's going to be hard to counter that somehow. Economy for Yellow was really good. He was the one who boomed. Let the other team members go for their shenanigans. Come in with Imperial camels, and then, yeah, what do you do against that? Oh my god. So Sobek had a villager high of 105. And he ended the game with 0 villagers. Look, survival to finish, and nope. So he had as good a boom as the rest of his team. It's just he kept dying. He kept dying to everything. Because it's hard to hold that pressure. Especially since, you know, especially unique units like that. It's tough. Yeah, I just look at that. That's awful. Alrighty, well, really well played by the 1811. Maybe a surprising win, maybe not, depending on if you know the 1811 team and the Imperiales team. Good luck for the next game for Imperiales. Let's hope that they will fare better in that matchup.